Hello, welcome to the second video of Pokemon Academy Life. If you're just tuning in for the first time, this is a Pokemon dating sim with very little dating, if any at all. The game itself is simply a demo. Now, the last video that we recorded, my audio for my voice simply did not record. And I ended up finding out a few days later when I went to the video and realized I couldn't hear myself talk. I simply had uploaded right after recording, and I had finished recording after 2 a.m. It was roughly around 2:30, so I was very tired. Now, where we left off, we had actually just got our dorm itself, so we're going to be continuing from there. We are rooming with, I think it's Caleb, if I remember. It's been about a week since I last recorded, so I don't fully remember exactly where we were on that. But let's get right into it. Here, we are speaking with our mother. I meant to call you, but I don't think airplanes get reception when they're in the air. I think she's talking about the Pikachu that snuck into our bag. Though what about after I landed? Well, by the time I remembered, I figured you would have already found him. In fact, I was more surprised that you didn't call me first. Mom, you're lucky my roommate was there to cover for me, or I would have been in big trouble. Oh, how is your roommate? Is he a nice boy? Where is he from? What does he look like? Jesus, Mom. I'll tell you about Caleb tomorrow. I still have some stuff to sort out before heading to bed. Getting ready for the first day of classes on Monday and all that. Oh, of course. Good night, my beloved challenger. Talk to you tomorrow. Let's begin, shall we? Which two type electives will you choose? There are 18 known Pokemon types. I have to decide carefully which two types should be my electives for this year. Well, first one's got to be Dragon. Dragon's my favorite type, after all. Ooh, excuse me. Yes. Alright. So, I know we have Pikachu that's an electric. If we are given the choice to get another Pokemon, I would pick Fire. So Dragon, Fire, Electric. Fire. What would we want coverage-wise? We could go with Steel. Steel would counter a Fairy. Electric beats Water. We could also go with Ghost. Let's go Steel. Dragon and Steel as your type electives. Oh, you picked Dragon and Steel. I picked Fighting and Flying types. That's too bad. We won't be in the same elective classes. Oh well, it happens. There's still a chance we might be in the same homeroom class, so we'll see. Anyway, now that we've wrapped everything up for today, I think we've earned a good night's sleep. Agreed. You ready for bed, Jace? Pika! I named Pikachu Jace after my son. He loves Pikachu. You're not going to keep him in his Pokeball? No? Why? Huh? Well, where do you usually put him before you go to bed? Right here with me. Is that weird? No, I suppose not. Anyway, I'm heading to sleep. Good night, you two. Night, Caleb. Let's get some sleep, Jace. We've got plenty of things to do this weekend before classes start. Pika-pee! Anyway, let me know how my voice sounds in contrast to the game, if I need to turn the game up, if I need to turn my voice down. I'm actually using a new mic today. I recently picked up an Elgato Wave 3. This mic looks wonderful. I'm also going to be getting a webcam soon. So the next episode is going to be with me in the actual video. It's actually not a webcam. It's going to be a GoPro is what they call it. I'm very out of touch with cameras. I haven't owned a camera for a very long time. I actually ended up trying to purchase a camera somewhat recently, but it wasn't working with the cam link that I had purchased, so I ended up having to return it. So that didn't work out too much. But this mic is wonderful. I don't feel as uneasy as when I first got here. I didn't want to think about it. But I think I was really scared of being here all by myself, being so far away from home, away from everything I grew up with. But I don't have to do this alone anymore. With Jace here with me, I really think I could do this. Pokemon Academy Life. Oh, we got an intro. This looks interesting. Made by Pokemon Visual. I like the red, blue, and green. Ooh, Metagross, Garchomp, Dragonite. Nice, nice. We got May and Brendan. Black and white, okay. I like how they put the colors behind them like that. X and Y. That's a very nice design. I like that. Gym leaders. Interesting, interesting. They have silver. Cool. We'll see silver, huh? Silver, I like Silver actually. He's a pretty cool guy. Alright, let's see what we have next. What are we going to start out with? Alright, what do we got here? It's finally the first day of classes. Over the weekend, I've spent most of my time setting up the room and getting used to the campus. Relic Hall is surprisingly big. It's got this huge auditorium, a student lounge, a library. I still get lost sometimes, even with the map. But I'm slowly getting used to it. I haven't been able to check out the academy building yet. It's been off limits since the school opened its doors, but it's recently been available for students. I'm dying to see who will be in my class. That same chill I felt from when I first got here snuck up on me again. I'm getting goosebumps. Let's do this. He looks cool. I like him. Very, very slick, Caleb. Ready to get some breakfast before the big day? We're heading out to the main cafeteria? You got it. Pika. Oh, can Jace come with us? I went ahead and checked with the front desk yesterday, and they said Pokemon must remain in the rooms or in a Pokeball, outside of the room unless authorized by the Academy. Maybe they could give us a special role, since Pikachu refuses to be in his ball. Should we get his Pokeball? Pika. He's angry. He ain't going in that ball. Or maybe not. What's wrong with your Pikachu? He just really doesn't like to be in his Pokeball. Even if I do manage to get him in, he just finds another way to get out. That's just very bizarre. Sorry, Jace, but you're gonna have to stay here until I get back. Unless you want to come along in your Pokeball. He ain't coming. And that's very much like my son right there. Alright, suit yourself. There's some food in my drawer. But don't eat all of it at once. We'll be back after classes are over. And don't sneak out and follow me. Got that? Pikachu! Okay, let's head out. All the good food's gonna get taken at this rate. I'm ready. Let's go. See you later, Jace. Damn, this is fancy. Hold on. I want to make sure the game is centered. Is it? I'd be quite upset if it isn't. Let's make that a little bit better. Why? Sometimes I hate technology. That should be better. That's annoying. Do apologize. I think I need to create a specific scene for this rather than try to bunch it in with everything else. I'm still getting very used to this. I've had a lot of time to make videos, but I do try to improve every time I make something. Feedback is always appreciated. Damn, this is fancy. I mean, my school in Pallet Town didn't even have a cafeteria. There's food lined up with names that I can't even pronounce. And it's big enough to easily seat at least a couple hundred students. There's tons of people here already, but I still see plenty of open seats. Oh, look who's joining us this morning. Serena? Yeah, I figured. Morning, Serena. Morning, Shauna. We ran into Shauna? I don't remember running into Shauna. Good morning, Namron and Caleb. Hey, guys. Whoa there. What's going on, Shauna? Nothing. Just super excited about today. It's sunny. We're all here at the same time. All the cute Pokemon here. I'm too excited to even eat. I just want to go find out who my new classmates are. You feel the same way, right, Namron? I feel like an electrode. I got Butterfrees in my stomach. I don't know what to say to this. I don't know, whatever. We'll be an electrode. She looks very grumpy that I picked that. So you're a big smiley face? No, I feel like I'm about to explode with excitement. Knowing Shauna, that was the best response I could give her. Expression increased. So I guess that was the right choice, I guess. Huh? We increase our expression. Oh, I see what you did there. Namron's funny. I'm glad I didn't let her down. I agree. But anyway, you have to eat something, Shauna. It'd be a miracle if you can hold up like this throughout the entire day. She's right. She's right. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. The most important meal of the day that I skip every goddamn day. This is no problem on a day like today, although I normally do skip breakfast, but I love breakfast food. Does that make any sense? Yeah. But you're right. I'm starving. Excuse me. I need a drink. But you're right. I'm starving. Over the weekend, I ran into Serena again while wandering around the dorms. That's how I got introduced to Shauna. Oh, so that's what happened. This is off screen. Serena's roommate. Interesting. So we're gonna have a flashback of this, huh? Excuse me, sorry. Oh, hello, Namron. What are you doing all by yourself? Just getting myself acquainted with the school. What are you up to now? I was just coming back from lunch. Did you try the chowder they serve at the lounge? It's exquisite to think a school would have food like. Serena! Did you like my best girl impression? Shauna, you're back early. Did you find anything interesting? Nope, not really. But I did have a lot of fun playing with the Pokemon at the student center. Who's this? Oh, you're so tall. Yes, I know. 6'4". Thank you for noticing. What year are you in? Serena and I are both first years. We're from Vanilleville Town, in the Kalos region. What about you? Do you live on this floor too? Did you meet Caleb, Tierno, and Trevor? They're first years like us, and they also live on this floor. It's so nice to be around friends. Please, one question at a... I can't wait for classes to start. I'm in the Dragon and Fairy classes. Isn't that cool and cute? Too bad Serena chose Fire and Dark types, but that's okay because we'll see each other all the time. Oh, so I'm in Dragon with you. I could have been in Fire and Dark with her. Interesting. What electives are you taking this year? Oh, speaking of Pokemon, what's your favorite? My favorite is Skitty. No, wait, Eevee. Or something like Snubble. Ah! There's so many cute Pokemon, I can't decide on just one. I think Namron is trying to say something, Shauna. Oops. Hi, Namron. Hi, Shauna. I'm actually Caleb's roommate, so we're not too far down from here. Get out. Okay, that's amazing. We'll see each other every day. Uh-oh. Shauna, I thought I mentioned to you who Caleb's roommate was. I think you did too. Oh, so they're already chatting about him, huh? But I didn't know this guy's Namron. Well, now you know. The more you know, ladies and gentlemen, the more you know. Nice to meet you, Namron. Nice to meet you, too. Shauna's just a huge ball of energy packed into a small frame. It's a little too early to start daydreaming, Namron. Really? Let's get moving. Let's go. Let's go. This way. After you, Serena. Oh my, looks like Chivalry isn't dead after all. Contacts updated. Interesting. It's clear we're not the only one who are anxious. There are many other students running around in a frenzy, some of their breakfast still dangling from their mouths. Interesting. Back home, or any other region, I doubt it's possible to find so many students as excited about their first day as the ones here. Well, no shit, they all are here for Pokemon. Wow, this area of the campus is amazing. I look up and see the symbols embossed on the facade. Kobukan Academy. Supposedly, this building has been around for nearly a century. It's hard to believe. The condition of this place makes it seem like it was built yesterday, right? Must cost a fortune to upkeep this place. I'm having a difficult time imagining what this is what I'll be looking at each day from now on. Sorry, English is hard apparently. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just excited to be here. First thing on the agenda is to check the homeroom assignments, right, guys? I was so deep in thought that I didn't realize I'm alone. Maybe I walked too fast, or they're ahead of me already. Whatever. I need to get inside and check the homeroom assignments. Yeah, let's go. Excuse me. So happens to drink Monster by the gallon. Weird, I still don't see the others. There's a cluster of students gathered by a bulletin board. That must be the homeroom list. Oak, like usual. Alright, yeah, figures. I quickly scanned through the Professor Oak's list and I immediately spelled my name at the bottom. The other ones are probably with Sycamore. Yeah. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Well, we'll be at the top soon. I'm pretty sure what blue's up here. It's also in a different font, like I was last minute to Oak. A last minute addition to Oak's class. It's so that they needed one more person to like, let's get this guy right here. Or Oak just kicked out a random student. Just like, get out. Give you the boot. Let's see. Who else is in my class? Well. Blue, I'm guessing. I said, well. I heard you the first time. At least look at me when you're talking to me. No thanks. But wow, you actually got here before the bell. Still slower than me, but that's natural. So, which class are you in? Your grandpa's according to this. How'd you miss my name? Oh crap, I just set ass face up. Yes, we named our rival Ass Face. I always name him Ass Face. Or some sort of random ass insult. He's gonna say something really condescending, like my name isn't even worth a glance. Or maybe not. Gramps, are you serious? I guess it'd be kind of surprising for both of us to get in the same class, considering the huge number of students in our year. I wonder if Professor Oak set this up himself. I hope he's not going to be playing any favorites this year. Why? I thought I told him to. Who cares? Now I have a front row seat to watch you bomb in class, really. Oh, you're all with Professor Oak? That voice. That smile. Great flaming Moltres. It's that girl. Yes. I sure wish I knew her name so I can offer more than a feeble hand wave. Long time no see. Did you get lost on the way here? Hey, give me a break. I thought we were done with that. Didn't you say you had fun? Hey, don't get it twisted. I had lots of fun. Shoving Red into a girl's bathroom? Yeah? You know this windbag? Excuse me, don't interrupt a girl when she's talking to her friend. Yeah, right, I bet you don't even know his name. Obviously, it's... She leans over and whispers in my ear. Oh, she's whispering sweet nothings into our ear. She's so close that I can smell a sweet fragrance coming off of her. Psst. What's your name again? Way too close for comfort. It's Namron. And I'm a firm believer in personal space. Yeah, Namron. We're besties, always been. You're not fooling anybody. Yeah, we're best friends, It's Leaf. Thanks, but please, personal space. My God, you better cut the crap. Your acting is so bad that it's pissing me off. Give it a rest, ass face. I know who Leaf is. I ran into her on our first day here, and she helped me out of a tough spot. We were both short in time, so we forgot to introduce ourselves. Like I give her right at his ass what happened. You two have wasted my time enough today. I've got places to go and things to do. Smell ya. Smell ya? What does that even mean? It's Blue, or as I like to call him, Ass Face. He said that for as long as I've known him, and I've known him for a long time. Not that I'm particularly proud of it. So he's been smelling you for a long time? What a creep. No, that's not how it works. Let's go, Namron. We'll be late for our first class. Leafa and Assface and me in the same room for the next 2 hours. Every day for the next year. That should be funny. This is going to be quite the semester. Yeah, no joke. All right, let's see what happens in our first day of class. Now, think I'm going to leave this recording quite as long as the first one. So we'll see how long this has been going after this class is over and see if we want to keep going. Following Leaf, we entered our homeroom, classroom 1B. And damn, this place is rivals royalty. I feel crazy out of place. Matching everything else on campus, the classroom is big, like really big, and the chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. I don't even want to think about how much those cost. Along the marble walls, I see some paintings of Pokemon that I recognize from books and TV shows. I wonder if I'll be able to see any of them here. May, I can't believe we're in the same homeroom. Namrod, this is my roommate, May. Oh, interesting. We've met before, right? Back at Relic Hall's lounge on the first day? Aw, I'm glad you remember me. It was only for a short while, too. I'm flattered. Careful, Namron. She's taken. Hey, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. I've met Brendan before. I think we hit it off pretty well when we chatted. Since you're here, May, I'm assuming Brendan's in another class? Brendan's in class 1A next door. Oh, in Birch's class. You should tell your father, May, that his recent article regarding the pros and cons of invasive bug Pokemon as biological control has been well received. I'm impressed. Mr. Oak. Professor. Hello, Namrod. Great to see you've settled in nicely here. I guess Dad's work in the field's really been paying off. For the last couple of years, it's not a Swampedrel chasing around. It'd be the Ariados or the occasional Scyther. Catch that Scyther. Catch it. Are you well versed in bug types, May? I assume you've gained a lot of experience while assisting with your father's work. I wouldn't go that far. I'm not too interested in bug types to begin with. See, May knows Professor Oak through her father. I wonder how many more students know the staff through personal connections. I see. So what Pokemon types will the three of you be focusing on this year? Fire and fighting. Cool. Grass and electric over here. Dragon and steel for me. We have a whole combination of types right there. Excellent choices all around. I hope all of you are ready. The bell will ring soon, so go ahead and find yourselves a seat. Let's sit together, May. Bye, May. What do you think of Leaf, Namrod? Absolutely charming. Hee hee. She's a lot of fun to be around. Come sit by us. Okay. Well, I sure as hell won't sit by us, please. I'll gladly accept May's offer. Alright, well, first class is over, I take it. Good morning. Oh, never mind. Class is starting. Good morning and welcome to your first class at Kobagon Academy. I'll be your teacher for this homeroom. You can call me Oak, but most people simply call me by the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited by creatures we call Pokemon. People and Pokemon live together by supporting each other. I think I could skip this part. You're all smart enough to know what Pokemon are. I can't believe we're hearing Professor Oak talk right in front of us. The man's a legend. I know. My dad's a huge fan of his. He's got all his encyclopedias, A to Z. Oh man, he's gonna flip when I tell him I'm in his class. Even outside of Kanto, everyone knows him. I didn't know he was looked up to by so many people. He's like a superhero to them. But to me, he's just my neighbor. Now, something you need to know about this class is that it's extremely difficult. Uh-oh. Last year, almost half of this class failed. What? That's crazy. Holy crap. All of a sudden, I don't feel like being in this class anymore. Yes, this class is challenging, but if you put in the work and keep at your studies, you should pass with flying colors. My job is not to assign you a failing grade, but my job is not to coddle you either. My job is to make sure you graduate this school with the knowledge and skills to excel in the Pokemon world. Which brings me to my next point. As you all know, Kobukan is a very selective school, and it demands you to give your best at all times, or you will be surpassed by your peers. The graduation rate for this school is roughly 30%. It is not for the weak-willed or unmotivated. 30%. Did he say 30%? Like 3 out of 10? You gotta be kidding me! Is this a joke? What kind of school life is this? I wasn't hearing things. I turned to look at May, and her mouth is hung open in disbelief. Leaf looks frozen in shock, too. One thing I could say, anyone with a name, they're probably going to pass. On the other side, Ass Face is leaning back in his chair with that same smug look on his face. Yes. I just wanted to clear that up. Now, are any of you interested in competing in the Pokemon League after you graduate? Just by a show of hands? A few dozen hands shot up immediately. Assface has his hand way up there. That's no surprise. What is surprising is that Leaf has her hand up too. I don't want to look like a wimp, so I'll put mine up. Take a good look around. Now everyone in the two middle sections, put your hands down. There are fewer than 10 students left with their hands raised. I think I know where this is going. That's the percentage of those who are actually qualified for the Pokemon League, and it is even less for those who can make it there. Now don't let it discourage you. Let's start with some. Professor Oak staring at something or someone. Yes, did you have a question? I'm just going to say this right now for all you quitters in this room. I'm getting to the Pokemon League, and there's no chance in hell that I'm not. God, why does he always have to be like this? It hasn't been 10 minutes since class started, and he's already trying to start something. He tries so hard to be cool, and fails so hard at it that he's sickening. I'm not stopping until I wipe the floor with every single regional Pokemon League champion, looking at the next world champion. Sure. Please, sit down. What was your name again? That's a classic. What? Gramps, it's me. Yes, I know it's you, but what was... It's Ass-Face. Oh my god. Amusement spreads throughout the class from my outburst. That's right. Anyway, sit down. Man, what a load of can't believe. Ass-Face shoots me an icy glare. Yes, be mad. I just grin and give him a thumbs up. That's right. That just made him madder. I'm liking this class already. Me too. Right then. I think that's enough talking. I'll take roll. Now, while we're all in a good mood. May? Is May here? You were just talking to her. Well, then again, he forgot his own grandson's name. That shouldn't surprise me. There you are. Hilbert? Here? Oh, hello, Hilbert. Okay, now, Whitney? Whitney, are you here? Someone's late. And absent on the first day. Wait! A red-haired girl came rolling through the door. Rolling? On a milk tank, I'm assuming? That was a really dramatic entrance, and she's posing like she just finished an acrobatic stunt at the Pokeathon. Here I am. I'm not late. I was just waiting for the perfect time to make my grand entrance, like any fashionable gym leader. She calmly sits down in the empty chair in front of me like nothing happened. I have to say, I'm impressed with her ability to keep a straight face after that performance. Please continue. Alright, I'll mark you in time, but no more of that. Do you understand? Yes, sir. You can count on me. Very good. Now, Flannery, I'm here. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of mornings. Fan or not, try to get on on time from now on? I'll mark you on time too. Yeah, okay. Flannery collapses into a chair next to me. Looking at her from up close, she seems kind of intimidating. Her hair and face remind me of some of those biker gang chicks I see on TV. Yeah, her hair is pretty cool. She doesn't look too good. Maybe I should say something to her. Want some coffee? Hey, you need some coffee? I picked some up earlier this morning. She whips her head towards me and scowls. I'm not sure what I said, but she sure looks miffed about something. Is that a no? Do I look like a charity case to you? No, you look really tired, so I thought. You thought what? That you think I'd want your handouts? Why don't you take the coffee of yours and shove it up your... Jesus. Chill out, Flan. I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it. Finally, a voice of reason. It's the first day. You should keep it a little on the DL, girl. Psh. You have to ease up on Flannery. She's a little rough around the edges in the morning. A little? Just a little? Okay. No, I understand. Morning isn't exactly my favorite time of day either. Yeah, mine either. I hate mornings. Heh. We were almost late because Flan slept through all of her alarm clocks. They don't work, Whitney. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. I think it's because your snore is louder than the clocks. I do not snore. Hey, what are you smirking at? I don't snore, you hear me? I believe you. So you're Whitney, and you're Flannery. I'm Namron. Nice to meet you, Namron. Keep it down back there. And with that, my first homeroom class quickly passes and comes to an end. What a doozy of a start. I hope I can get used to doing this every day. But now it's on my elective class. Looks like I have Dragon type first. Oh. Well, this classroom is also way bigger than anything we had in Pallet Town. So this is what a privately funded classroom looks like. I wonder if I can find some people I know in here. Such as Shauna. I see two familiar faces with widely contrasting expressions. Yeah, ass face. Shauna. Giant smile. Ugly face. Ass face silently glares at me while I wave to Shauna. Hi, Namron. As bubbly as ever. There's not a chance in hell I'm sitting by Assface, so I'm sitting next to Shauna. Oh, hello, Claire. Take your seats. Quickly, now. Class started a while ago. Oh, is this chick our teacher? She looks awfully young. Good day, class. Welcome to your first Dragon type class of the year. I'm Claire, your teacher, starting this semester. First off, let me say this. This class will be unlike anything you have taken before. That is because Dragon Pokemon are unlike any Pokemon in the world. If you are in this class simply because you've heard that Dragon Pokemon are the strongest Pokemon known to mankind, then you might as well drop out now. Dragon Pokemon are strong, not only in body but in mind. As the apex species of Pokemon, they will not obey humans so easily. Many careless dragon trainers in the past have lost their lives attempting to tame them. Whew, excuse me. To properly instruct you on how to train and care for a dragon Pokemon, I will not tolerate laziness or misconduct in this classroom. If I see or hear anything out of you that goes against the school's policies or my own, I'll personally sign your expulsion papers from this school. I like her. Jeez. Despite her looks, this lady is really putting on the hard-ass pants. But I can't say I didn't expect something like this for the Dragon class. It is no coincidence that Dragon Pokemon are present on the majority of the champion teams. They are superior to all other Pokemon in both offense and defense. There's nothing a Dragon Pokemon can't do that Pokemon can't do that other Pokemon can, except for Fairy Pokemon. Those kill dragons pretty quickly. Will we get to see any cute Dragon Pokemon here? Excuse me? Like, I know Dragon Pokemon are really cool and stuff, but I like the cute Dragon Pokemon, like Dratini or Altaria. Are there any other super adorable Dragon Pokemon like those? My class in elementary school had a Gumi as a class pet. She was so cute. I pet her every day, and I would feed her Poffins until her cheeks puffed out and just made her cuter. Once I saw her playing with a Snubbull, and I just... Enough! Dragon Pokemon are not playthings. Little girl, I don't know what you think this class is, but Dragon Pokemon are not to be taken so frivolously. If it decides that its handler is not providing satisfactory care, then it will not hesitate to correct the problem using force. But I heard that Gumi evolutionary line really likes humans. Compared to other Dragon Pokemon, yes, but you still must treat them with caution and respect. And judging by the way you're describing how you handled it, it's very likely that your precious Gumi had harbored an intense grudge against your school and you for treating it so irresponsibly. No, but Gumi and I were best friends. Oh, and how can you be so sure about that? Well, she would always follow me around the class whenever she was let out of her Pokeball. And sometimes she would rub her head on my hand and crawl up my arm and stuff. I can hardly see how that. And one time she followed me home and wouldn't leave, so we had to call the school. And even after they put her back in her Pokeball, she would always somehow get out and come see me. Then the school had to talk with my parents, and eventually they decided to let me keep her. Now she's a Sliggoo, and she's even cuter than before. I see. What is your name? Shauna. Well, like I said, Shauna, Gumi are very prone to bond closely with humans that they find suitable. It looks like yours determined you to be a suitable caretaker. That's not what you said before. Who said that? Me. I'm just pointing out the contradiction in what you said and... Silence! I hear one more word out of you, and I'll toss you out of the school myself. You can start with him. She managed to scare Ass-Face. That's not something many people are able to pull off. That's funny. We've wasted far too much time today. The point is, if you want to survive training a Dragon Pokemon, there are strict guidelines and rules that you must adhere to before even attempting to approach one, let alone trying to catch one. Yeah. Dragon Pokemon are in many ways superior to being... let's start over, shall we? Dragon Pokemon are in many ways superior beings to humans, so you treat them as such. Anything less, and you might find yourself with your life on the line. If this lady is trying to scare me from ever partnering with a Dragon Pokemon, it's working. Shut up. But I can't give up now. It's too early in the game for me to call it quits just yet. Next is gym class. Weird. I don't remember getting any gym uniforms in the mail or anything. Maybe it's one of those battle simulation things. Maybe. Are we going to have a battle? We don't have a Pokemon yet. So this is the gymnasium. I wonder if this is an official gym sanctioned by the Pokemon League. Most likely not. There hasn't been any mention of something like this on the brochure, and it's on school property. I think it's safe to assume it's simply yet another fancy room in the Academy's collection. Though, other than some old banners lining the walls, this place is barren compared to the others. However, if it really is like the official gyms, then that means Pokemon battles might take place here. I see Caleb, Serena, and Sharon sitting down quietly. They look like they're discussing something important, no doubt about that student council idea they had before. Shauna's there too, but she doesn't seem really interested in the conversation. Close to them are Leaf and May. I can't hear what they're talking about, but but they sure look like they're having fun. Gym leaders, each and every one of them. Speaking of fun and liveliness, this is a huge class. I'm pleased I can recognize a few faces now. Yeah, Sabrina. I don't know this one. Skyla. Uh, Flannery and Whitney. Whitney's fucking milk tank. Forgot her name for a moment. I don't recognize you, so I'm not very sure where you're from. Plenty of women. On the other side, I see Assface leaning back against his seat. It's kind of weird seeing him sitting alone like that. You'd think a guy like him would try to surround himself with as many people as possible by now. Yeah, right? I kinda expected him to be the cool kid, not the outcast. I refuse to end up like him over there. I'm gonna go and sit by Caleb and the others. Yes, right. Settle down. We have Bruno, Alder. Are these guys our teachers? The guy on the left definitely looks like one. But the other guy looks like one of those mountain hermits you hear about on TV. Hey, yeah, he does. Welcome to gym class. I'm Alder, and he's Bruno. We'll be your instructors for this year. Now, I bet you're all wondering what you'll actually be doing in this class. Well, it'll be just like the other gym classes you've probably taken in your other schools. Really? Except they're not going to make you change into shorts and play sports. In this school, we focus more on training Pokemon, not your bodies. But training your body is important too. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, the real reason why this school has a gym class like this is to prepare you kids for the real Pokemon gyms after you graduate. At least for those interested in tackling the league. Can any of you tell me why gyms exist in the first place? Oh, it's got to be something like a role model, right? Like for other trainers to look up to? That sounds plausible. But I have always thought that gyms were established to serve as proving grounds for upcoming trainers. That's dumb. As far as I know, gyms are just a pain in the ass, says a gym leader. Nuh-uh. Do you even know how much bench press equipment costs? You need to use that thing for like a decade before it starts paying for itself. Wrong gym, Brendan. I'm talking about Pokemon gyms, you idiot. Right, very good guesses, but the main purpose of a gym is to allow trainers who are less experienced to test their skills against more experienced ones on even footing. That is what we're going to be doing in this class. Well, you're telling us we're going to be Pokemon battling in this class? Precisely, though we won't be diving into that right away. Ooh, excuse me. First, we need to review the basics. You're all so busy trying to learn new things that sometimes you forget the most rudimentary skills. What are you going to teach us? How to catch Pokemon or something? Yes, that's a very important part of the curriculum. Sheesh. Even if some of you think you have everything you need to know about Pokemon battling, trust me when I say you don't. You've been in this field a lot longer than you have, and even we still don't have it down perfectly. Ha ha ha. I reflexively glance over at Assface. As I expected, he seems a bit irked by what Alder just said. I hope he doesn't make it seem like he did in homeroom. Oh, excuse me for rambling on like that. Bruno, why don't you tell them more about this class? Very well. This gym was first and foremost designed to be a training ground for students, and as such, it is available for free use after class hours. Just bring your student ID, and you receive unlimited access to its facilities. In addition to the exercise machines available, the gym also contains several battle simulators to allow students to experience what a live Pokemon match would feel like in real time. Excuse me, simulators? So you're saying there won't be any live Pokemon matches here? Live matches? You can hold battles here if you wish, but most take place in the battle hall. Unfortunately, unless you're on the school's competitive battling team, You will not be able to not be allowed to access into it. Battle team sounds like something right up Ass-Face's alley. What's the battle team about? Our school has a competitive battling team for students who wish to take their Pokemon training to the next level. That sounds like something for me. It's a very selective club, so don't think about signing up so quickly. Oh yeah? What does it take to get in there? Even after you've joined, mock battles between club members to take place daily to determine whether or not you're fit to remain on the team. Ha, that's easy. But be careful of what you say. Arrogance and strength do not go hand in hand. I'm telling you, it'll be a piece of cake. Who's in charge of the team? I am. Lance. Wait, who is this guy? He looks familiar. I can't remember exactly from where, maybe on TV, but just by looking at him, I'm sure I'm sure anyone can tell that this guy's really important. Is it the cape? It's always the cape. Ass-Face should watch his tone of voice around him. Being accepted to the battle team is one of the highest honors a student can receive in this school. It is not to be taken lightly. Lance. How long have you been standing there? I was just passing by. It's been a while, Bruno. Alder. It has indeed. Oh, where are my manners, students? This is Lance, the advisor of the battle team. Pleased to meet you all. So these are the new students that just came in. They look quite capable, do we? I expect great things from all of you. When I was a freshman at this school, Hey, you're the guy running the battle team? Yes, and you should heed the advice of Alder and Bruno. For someone currently at your level, it's impossible to get in. What did you say? Here we go. Just because you're an upperclassman doesn't mean you can look down on me. Well, of course you can. I'm not an upperclassman, nor am I looking down on you. I'm simply stating the facts. Anyway, I'm in a hurry. I have business to attend to, and I cannot be late. Alright, it was good seeing you again, Lance. Likewise, take care, Alder, Bruno. Is this guy really just gonna walk out without saying anything else? I glance at him again. I know how seriously Ass-Face takes his pride, so that must have done a number on him. But he has to learn to take it easy one of these days. You heard him. The battle team is serious business. After all, it was in luck that our school has produced the most World Champions Elite Four members and holds the record of the most wins in the national tournament. Oh, we're almost at an hour. Can we finish the school day, at least? I heard right. The top students represent Kobukan Academy and face off against students from other schools during the Pokemon League season. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. I think I'd faint from stage fright if I had to do something like that in front of all those people. You do know that you have to get on the team first to even consider doing something like that, right? But anyway, you shouldn't worry about things like that. There are much more important things to take care of after all, like graduating on time. I suppose we can move on to the weight machines. Bruno, would you mind giving the students a little demo? Not at all. After about 30 minutes of us watching Bruno go through every machine without breaking a sweat, I realized that maybe I should look after my body a bit more. I haven't really been taking into the greatest care of my body, but seeing how much stuff there is in the gym makes me think that now would be a good time to start. Well, next class. That's enough for one day, students. Next class, we'll talk about the basics of Pokemon battling and how to deal with Pokemon in the wild. It'll be review, but don't underestimate the intricacies of the basics. Right, well then. So long, students. Enjoy the rest of your day. Next on my schedule is lunch. Once gym class starts, getting serious, I really appreciate having a chance to fill up on food after some physical activity. I'm not feeling too hungry right now, though. Maybe I'll nibble on something from a vending machine or something on the way to the cafeteria. Who are we going to run into? Ass face. Damn, where do they keep the vending machines around this place? I can't seem to find a single one. Oh, Serena. Looking for something, Namrod? Oh, Serena, what are you doing all the way out here? I'm waiting to group up with Caleb and Sharon. Won't you join us? Sure. I don't have anything better to do. Good. They should be down this hall and... Oh, there they are. There's Serena. Oh, and Namron too. Hey guys, so everyone's on the way to the cafeteria? Not yet. There's some things I would like to discuss first. What things? Do you remember the talk we had about the student council? Yeah, I remember. Are you guys still planning on joining? Yes, we are. In order to prepare effectively, we need to research the student council first to know exactly what the process is. There's still a lot we don't know about the actual qualifications and paperwork, so we're going to research that over the next week or so. A week is perhaps a bit too long. I don't doubt the longer we wait, the less likely we'll get a seat on the council. Well, I'll have to act now. Nemron, I would appreciate it if you could help us with this as well. You got it. Sure. What do you need me to do? Nothing in particular, but anything related to what the student council is looking for or how the selection process works is what we're aiming to find out. I'm not entirely sure myself who exactly to ask, but if possible, I'll be looking to schedule a meeting with the principal or council president. We'll all be looking for details together, so don't worry about digging too hard. Thanks. That's good to hear. We should put this conversation aside for later. The cafeteria should be getting close to packed by now. Oh, damn. I think I left one of my textbooks back in class. That's unfortunate. Let's go back and get it. It's fine. I can get it myself. You guys go on ahead. Really? It won't be any trouble just to go back for it. The classroom is only a short walk from here. That really won't be necessary. Just go. I'll meet up with you at the cafeteria, alright? Okay, if you say so. Why do I get the feeling they dated and broke up? They seemed very distant yet close at the same time in the last episode as well. Serena looks distraught about something. Now that I think about it, she looks like she's been on edge for the past few minutes now. You feeling okay, Serena? Yes, I feel quite fine. Why do you ask? It's just, I can't help but notice you looking a bit down. Is everything okay? Anyone would be able to tell from just looking at your face. Is that so? Did something happen? It's nothing really. Maybe it's just my imagination, but recently I feel like he's what? Let's take a look. Who are we talking about here? Caleb? Very well. Let's go. I'm positive about who Serena's talking about, and it's really obvious that she's avoiding bringing up in our presence. I'm kind of flattered that she's being considerate to us. Still, I hope she might be able to open up to us in time. And if they end up on the student council together, that might make things really awkward for everyone involved. Namron, are you coming? Oh, yeah, my bad. I'm coming. As we're about to migrate over to the cafeteria, I realize that I still haven't picked up a stack for myself. Hey, do you guys know where the nearest vending machine? There should be one down this hallway and to the left. Do you want us to come with you? No, that's okay. You guys go on ahead. I'll catch up later. Alright, don't take too long. I'll do that. Aw, she's not sad about us going? How sad. So down this hallway and to the left. Simple enough. I wish I got directions. Oh. We didn't even get to read that. What? I was walking too fast and ran into someone turning the corner. It sounded like a girl. Uh-oh. Whoa, hey. You okay, dude? Roxy, you gotta pay attention to where you're going. Roxy? Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry about that. Are you alright? Hey, these two are on stage during the orientation speech. Isn't she the student council president? What kind of coincidence is this? Right? Ouch, looks like you gave him a concussion. He's all mixed up, turned upside down. Huh? No, no, I'm fine. You don't have to lie to make her happy. Your face is banged up pretty bad. Look how messed up it is. What? No, this is what I like. This is what I look like. I'm fine, really. Are you sure? You seem to be having some difficulty speaking. Well, English is hard, okay? I'm sorry. Uh, it's just that hmm? You're Roxanne, the student council president, right? Yes, that would be me. Oh crap, this is probably the worst day to get introduced to someone as scary as her. Getting on the bad side of the student council president is like signing a death warrant for the rest of the year. Yeah, no kidding. More importantly, if Sharon, Caleb, and Serena hear about how I completely threw away my chances into getting into the student council for such a stupid reason, they'd never forgive me. For the future of my life at this academy, I have to make a good impression on her. But the only thing I can think of in this situation is begging for her forgiveness. Roxanne? Hmm? I'm sorry for running into you like that. It was completely beneath me as a freshman of the school to disrespect the student council president in such a careless manner. I'm willing to accept any disciplinary action for my reckless behavior. I bow my head as low as I can and hold that position until one of them says something. Jesus. Roxanne and the other guy look like they're desperately holding in laughter. What's so funny? You are. What did I do? What did I do? I like this guy. Oh, God. What's your name, kid? I'm Namra. I'm Brawly. Hi, Brawly. Are you going Super Saiyan on us? Nice to meet you, Brawly. Hey, what are you being so formal for? You sound like you got something permanently stuck in your throat for crying out loud. Well, you two are upperclassmen, so I should, treat you like an upperclassman. You say some funny things, Namron. Please, Namron. Treating others differently simply due to seniority does not sit well with us. We are all students of Kobukan Academy, so there should be no barriers. In fact, it would make us much happier if you were to treat us like regular classmates and not your superiors. Is this the same girl that vaporized our ears during the orientation? She seems much more gentle. By the way, where are you headed to now, Namron? Are you lost or something? It should be your lunch period right now. Is there anything we can help you with? Not. Whoa, hold up. This looks like an opportunity that comes once in a lifetime. I can't afford to let this slip away. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. I know we just met and all, but when's the next time I can get a private meeting with the student council president like this? If Sharon finds out that I passed up such an opportunity, then he'd really let me have it. I should choose my words carefully. Ask about the student council. Report to Sharon first. Don't say anything. I'll just go with the first one. That sounds like the most thing. Certainly. What do you want to know? Like how you got into office and all that. We didn't have anything like this back at the schools in Kanto. We rarely get freshmen asking about this kind of stuff so early in the year. You must be really interested. Well, compared to Sharon, my interest is nothing. But I should get as much info as I can so I can pass it on to the others. Yeah, I have some friends that are thinking of joining, so please, anything would help. Well, the school doesn't just let any student run for office. You're graded to be in the top 5 percentile of your year in order to qualify as a candidate. Damn, and being smart isn't all there is to it. You can't be a jackass either. Ooh. Student council members need to behave like student council members, There's an image to maintain, so ass-face can't be on it. Right, we represent the entirety of the school student body, so we must exhibit the best attributes a student could possibly have. That sounds fair enough. I don't think any of us are really unlikable, and I trust we're smart enough to get the minimum GPA. Well, at least they are. Excuse me. But what's the actual process of running for a student council position? It's actually quite simple. The school holds the elections at the end of every first semester that is open to all students that meet the minimum requirements. If you want to run for office, you must be registered as a candidate with the school. But winning the majority of the student votes won't be enough. Current members of the student council also get a say in who gets to be in office the next year. The only rule is that they can't elect themselves. That would really mess up the system. Haha. Seems like joining the student council is as difficult as I thought. We might just have a chance here. Thanks. That was a lot of help. I'll definitely pass this on to my friends. Hey, good luck, man. You're gonna need it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Roxy, can I get a rain check on the meeting? I forgot that I promised the photography art guys I'd help them out today. Really, Brawly? You need to start letting me know in advance if you're going to skip these meetings. I'm tired of apologizing to everyone for you. I'm really sorry. I'll buy you a drink tomorrow, my treat. Honestly, sometimes I don't know how you got elected in the first place. I don't know either. Maybe it's because of my dashing good looks. Wait, let me get this straight, Brawly. You're on the student council too? Huh? Oh, that's right. You're new. I was about to get real sad that you recognize Roxy, but not me. Brawly's the vice president. Hard to believe. I know. What? He might not look like it, but he is actually quite diligent at his job. Though sometimes I wish he'd take things a little more seriously. Oh, come on. You know I always give 110% when it comes to the council. It's just that sometimes I get a little caught up in other things, you know? Give me a moment. I need a drink. Right. Let's see you explain that to the principal when he asked why you skipped out on all three preparatory meetings last week. Damn, there were that many? I might be in some deep shit, haha. This guy's the vice president. He seems more like a jock than anything. I really can't see him sitting behind a desk shifting through papers all day. I swear this school has some of the most colorful people I've ever met, and it's still only the first day. Anyway, Namron, we really must be going. It was only for a short while, but it was a pleasure meeting you. Likewise. Take it easy, pal. See ya. I'll beat you in a gym battle later. Brawly, the photography club is that way. Huh? Whoops. Looks like I forgot again. Honestly, you could be so... Phew. That was scary. I never would have guessed that I'd meet the student council president and vice president right at the beginning of the semester. But I think I'd consider this a positive encounter. They seemed to like me enough, and I doubt many students would have gotten the opportunity to talk with them so casually like that. But the others must be at the cafeteria already. I don't want to keep them waiting, so I need to hurry. Besides, I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when I tell them about this. Alright. We all somehow managed to get a table with enough seats to fit us. More like we forced it to fit us. The majority of tables here aren't designed to seat more than 4 or 5 people at a time. We have 7. That's not a whole lot of leg and arm room left. To be honest, I'm surprised that we're all sitting together in the first place. Sharon, Hilbert, and their friend Hilda, they don't seem like much of a social group. The exception is their other friend Bianca, whose personality is like the polar opposite compared to everyone else's. With a group like this, the conversation topics tend to stray towards schoolwork or current events. It's not especially boring or exciting. It's more like a business meeting than anything. Eventually, I report to Sharon and the others about what Roxanne and Brawly told me earlier at the academy. I see. That is very helpful information, Namron. And I am glad that you took the opportunity when it presented to you. I was right to place my trust in you. I still can't believe that you managed to extract so much out of both the president and vice president so early in the school year. I may have underestimated you. Great work, Namron. The shower of compliments is too much for me. I feel my face lighting up. I did expect that the elections will be open to the current student council members. However, with your recent acquaintance with Roxanne and Brawly, this may very well play out in our favor. So you're like friends with Roxanne and Brawly now? I wouldn't consider them friends, but I guess we know each other's names. That's still so cool. I really hope you guys get into the council. Thank you for the encouraging words, Bianca. So, have you guys seen the garden out back yet? It's so pretty. Thank goodness for Bianca. I knew I could count on her to change the topic to something more lighthearted. I've seen it from outside, but I haven't been in there myself. We should go there sometime. I agree. It'd be terrible waste if we didn't. Why? What does everyone even have to do in a garden? I was thinking of perhaps a picnic of sorts. I hear the center of the garden is a very popular spot for students during the spring and summer. Why not just eat in the cafeteria? It's cheaper, faster, and we don't have to worry about the wind blowing everything away. It's not the same, Hilbert. You're right, it's not. Eating on the table is much better than eating on some dirt and grass. Do you really think eating in a boring room surrounded by crowds of people is better than eating with your friends in a quiet garden? Yes. I have to agree with Hilbert. Caleb? I thought that you, of all people, would prefer somewhere with less people around. You're not wrong. But I don't quite like the idea of eating food that's so close to the floor. Who knows what's been on the garden grounds? That's just your opinion. What does everyone else think? I'm fine with anything. Me too. So the opinion is still split evenly. It's going to come up to me. What about you, Namrod? They all turn to me and wait for my response. Do they really expect me to be the deciding vote? Of course they do. If I had to be honest, I think... personally, picnic is perfectly fine. It sounds great. I think a picnic is a fantastic idea. It'd make for a good change of scenery. Yes, having a light meal surrounded by nothing but green nature and the blue sky, it sounds so romantic. Exactly. It's about the atmosphere, not the actual meal. I've heard the cherry blossoms are in full bloom around this time of year. Then why have a picnic at all? Why don't you just go there and stare at the trees if you like them so much? It was just a suggestion. I still prefer eating on the stable ground, but to each their own. Well, if you wanted to go to the garden anyway, it's free access to students all day, every day. I was planning on going to get a head start on my bug and normal classes. In what way did you plan on getting a head start? I don't know, but I thought maybe I can take a closer look at any Pokemon that I can find there. So I have something to compare to in class. Is that weird? No, that's a good idea. I was planning on doing something similar. Excuse me. Thanks. Despite Bianca's ditzy personality, she's actually a really diligent student. I heard that she faced a lot of opposition before getting into the school, especially from her overprotective parents who refused to let her enroll. So I really shouldn't be surprised at her determination. Speaking of classes, how do you all plan on handling your studies? Do you think we should hold some kind of study group? Are you concerned about what the teachers said about the graduation rate? Just a little. There's no need to fret about something like graduating. I have confidence that everyone sitting here at this table will have no trouble graduating on time. What you should be concerned about is how you should spend your time outside of class. Have any of you decided on your extracurricular activities yet? Oh, clubs, sign-ups start next week, right? Yes, and they run until the beginning of May. So you still have plenty of time to decide. Oh, yay. I was looking at the gardening club, but I want to think about it a little more. Have you decided on a club yet, Sharon? I see no need. I'll have my hands full preparing for the student council elections for the next few months. Oh yeah, that's right, you guys are going to be so busy. Right, but as a backup plan, I plan on joining the art club. It'd be a good way to pass the time and unwind. I've heard from my parents that Kobakon's Academy musicals are so impressive they can be compared to professional ones. If possible, I'd like to be able to join their pit orchestra with my violin. It must be nice being able to play a musical instrument. All I could play is tennis. Then are you joining the tennis team? The school has a tennis team? Maybe I am. What about you, Hilbert? I can't play tennis. No, I'm talking about if there are any clubs you're interested in. The battle team sounds alright. Yeah, that's what I'm for. I'm not surprised. Do you think you have what it takes to succeed there? Why wouldn't I? Unless you're doubting my abilities. You know that I don't. I was just curious to hear your take on the matter. Do you have any clubs in mind, Namron? Even if you're confident that you'll be elected into the student council, it's still a good idea to have a plan B. clubs, huh? Right now, I'm leaning towards battle. Even though I know a certain someone is also interested in it, I feel like it'd be a really cool team to be part of. Not to mention getting a chance to participate in the national tournament, the battle team. Sounds a little scary, but it looks like something I could really find myself invested in. Are you experienced with Pokemon battling? I wouldn't call myself a master, but I know a thing or two. As a kid, I participated in scrimmages with others and the Pokemon we had around town. But have you ever battled competitively? You can hardly call yourself a Pokemon trainer until you've experienced an official match. Herbert has a point. Battling for sport is nothing compared to battling on a competitive level. I've seen some of the upperclassmen trainers here, and their Pokemon are around the same level as those you'd face in the Pokemon League. If I were you, I would put off trying out for the battle team until you have a competitively experienced Pokemon party. I should have figured that Hilbert and Hilda would know their way around Pokemon training. If competitive battling is as big a deal as they make it sound, I should consider my options seriously. By the way, don't forget that whatever club you choose, it's your responsibility to keep up your commitment to it. I heard that the clubs here are very selective, so attendance is mandatory. The gardening club is so nice because they don't care when you come in, just as long as when you do, you have a good time. Excuse me. That is definitely a rare exception. Other clubs won't hesitate to dismiss you if you miss even one of their meetings. And getting dismissed from a club for such a silly reason will most definitely damage your academic record and reputation. You could drop out of a club yourself at any time, right? Yes, you could quit the club at any time, but if you're looking to transfer clubs, you have to submit the forms before the cutoff point. Can you put that in easier to understand terms? Okay. Let's say that you wish to switch from the gardening club to the tennis team. In order to do so, you have to submit your transfer forms to the registration office before the beginning of May, which is the deadline for all club forms. If you submit your forms after the deadline, then you'll be unable to transfer or join a new club until the next semester. Geez, when did school clubs become so intense? Back in middle school, clubs were a place just to hang out with friends and have something to do. But those clubs didn't serve any real purpose back then. I'm feeling that some of the clubs here can teach me some useful skills. I'll have to think long and hard about whether I want to commit myself to a work-intensive club or a laid-back one. How long are we going to go here? We're at an hour and 17 minutes. Oh my god. I think we're going to end here. We're not going to make it through the first day of school. It's just taking way too long. I do want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Anyone who made it to the end, you guys are amazing. It's always appreciated. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Anything. Any feedback is always appreciated. Again, thank you and have a great day. Or whenever you're watching this, morning, evening, and have a good rest of your week. Stay safe.